Hello there. Good morning.
Morning.
Episode number 8, I believe.
That's right. Welcome home.
Thank you. I just came back from Chicago to the Podcast Movement Conference.
That's right. And it was fun and boring, I think.
A combination, yes. The best part was one of the best parts was walking around, seeing a lot of the exhibitors and what they had. I guess we've come a long way because at least this time I kind of understood what they were talking about a little bit more.
Yeah, you could read a little bit more into it instead of just staring blankly back at them.
Yes, I was able to ask some questions.
Nice.
Yep, and then there was great lectures, learning how to monetize, learning how to have good content.
And you got to see all the famous podcasters?
Yes.
What was that one? You sent me the one from the parenting one?
Well, there's like Startup, Serial.
No, the parenting one that you sent. You sent me a video of
Shoo! Too much data. I don't even remember what I had for breakfast.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
So now we're brain dumping and trying to figure some stuff out with our plethora of computers and get Wendy ready to start getting motivated on her next book.
Yes.
If we can
Office. All right, so I think that there's one big conspiracy. I mean, I was, my last Windows application was Windows Office 2007, which I loved, but then my Toshiba, Toshiba, it kind of crashed. Good thing I have some backup, had Carbonite, so I got some data.
Nice.
But now trying to put it on one of these new computers I have has been a little troublesome. I like the old, it's familiar. I kind of feel like I need to go back to school again, even though I have an MBA.
Technology moves too fast, that's for sure.
And
but I think it's coming along now, so.
Yeah, I have now the 365 on the new Toshiba.
Yeah, and this 2007 seems to be going, so.
All right, so we'll have some old that I can work with, and then the new also.
So, what's our topic for the day?
I think we're regrouping and focusing and just kind of touching in with our audience. That's one thing at the podcast movement. They said that you should tap in, not touch, to your audience and really get some feedback to see what they like or what they would like to see from both of you, and to focus in on what it is that your niche marketing is.
Okay, so far we've talked to Kingsley and Juliana, California, and Solomon said he wants to come on.
Okay. Solomon is a person that we know from our film group. Mm-hmm. And he just got back
from Africa. And he learned a lot over there. He does speaking, professional speaking, and he's trying to get his startup off the ground. So we've been helping him with that. We're starting his website, or he's doing another website now for some stuff he was doing in Africa. But he's a very interesting guy. He's got a lot of good stories. And
I've attracted 2 or 3 guests that I would like to have come on. One is a copywriter.
Nice. That's important. Something that I wish I was a little bit better at.
Somewhere along the line recently, in the past year, I heard somebody say that your first hire in your business should be a good copywriter. And I can see that being true, because everything nowadays, you need the right words to go along with your videos and audio.
It's good and using keywords and everything that you're writing, and trying to attract your audience the right way. It's important.
And here in South Florida, another person is the president of the Holistic Chamber of Commerce. I just joined that a few weeks ago, and he's now on their steering committee or their leadership team.
Very cool. So what do they do?
It's businesses that have a heart-centered way of being, holistic in nature. Okay. I mean, it can be healers, acupuncturists, massage therapists, but also other types of businesses like video editing and even lawyers that have more of a heart-centered, holistic approach.
Yeah, I like that. I like making videos like that. I made that one for Solomon. I don't know if I showed you that one.
No.
We just finished it up. It's pretty good. But I think we have it private right now because he's going to put it on his website.
I see.
I gave him the hard file, but I have it on my computer.
And getting back to our focus, our niche market, it made me think about like what what are we doing? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, exactly.
And what are your thoughts?
Because we want to.
Because we want to. Because we thought it was a good idea.
Because we like to help people, I think. We're both similar that way. And we have some experience and skills that could help other people.
I've been a serial entrepreneur since I had my first lemonade stand.
Yeah, that's right.
Or my first business when I was 22, an arts and crafts store in Margate.
Yeah, and I'm always doing random stuff for small business owners and for myself. So I think just kind of documenting our progress and giving advice on what we're going through. Mm-hmm.
Talking about what we're going through. How is it going with your new startup with the Higher Up? I remember you had mentioned that you had a little bit of legal trouble, or somebody said that they had the same name and
patent troll. Yeah, so
a patent troll.
They're not responding to our lawyers' letters, so it either means that they're going to go away, or it means that they're just not going to respond to us until we start making money, and then they'll sue us then. So essentially, we're just going to change the name and move forward.
I think this might be a good idea, right? Just change the name.
So I think we're just going to do that. We're going to change the name. I'm not going to put a website up under that name until I get the trademark up, and so we'll just do local. We'll do local beta testing, word of mouth stuff, without putting it online. And then once we get the trademark set up, then we'll put a website up so that this doesn't happen again. Mm-hmm. So I very highly recommend trademarking your business name or app idea or whatever you're doing, regardless of what it is. If you have a website, they'll go through the directory and they'll find it. And if you don't have a trademark, they can come after you. And it happens every day, and it's very frustrating.
And it's sad that that's some people's business model.
Yeah, it is sad. We set up a Yelp page for this company and, destroyed them. We destroyed them on their Facebook page. They've had to take down their Facebook page twice now because it just gets bombarded with 1-star reviews. We're just trying to get the word out there that this is what these people do. And they're operating under legitimate organizations and they're not. So,
hey, that's a business idea. There could be a whole business of attacking patent trolls.
Yeah, there's people out there. There's blogs and forums and stuff like that. So I've reached out to some people in the community, and they've kind of spread the word. And I was kind of waiting to see if I got a letter from them, because really what I wanted was for them to send me a demand letter, like pay us $5,000 or something like that, so that I could screenshot that, take a picture of that, and put that up. But I haven't gotten anything yet, so we'll just continue down this road. I'm going to change the name. We'll get going. And
so this is going to make a good story 5 years from now, how your little business had this little hiccup and you managed to go through it and you came on the other side without giving up.
I know. It's important to just, I guess, let it go and just realize what the fix is. And it sucks because the name I thought was perfect, and I really liked it. So now we're going to pick a lesser name, but it's still the same product at the end of the day.
Right.
It's still helping people. It's geared towards helping people. So, we'll be happy moving forward. But So
what I wish for you is that in that meditative, calm state, you and your team will just breathe into it and come up with 2 or 3 names that really excite you. Yeah. That will be just as good or even better.
Yeah, maybe before you start, pick a backup that you're happy with.
Hey, I have 2 or 3, right?
But it all goes back to spending time and energy on things that you can control, and not focusing so much on things you can't control. Mm-hmm. So in this sense, we really tried to control the situation as much as we could do to control. But now it's out of our control completely. At which point you have to say, okay, well, what can I control? I can control the graphics and the name, and I can move forward. So
and you still have control over the app itself and the money that you've invested in getting everything together.
Yeah. So, it's a life lesson for everybody there. Get a trademark, or if this happens to you, just push forward. Can't let it stop progress, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And you have a good, positive attitude. I have to say that.
Yeah,
yes,
I try. Sometimes more than others, but
So
generally try to stay positive.
So going forward in our podcast, that's one thing that we know that we're really focused on is on startups and entrepreneurship, because we see that as being a positive for the whole world.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
The entrepreneurs are the ones who really get things going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very pro entrepreneurship. Even if you have a full-time job, even doing something on the side, just to dip your toes in the water and see what it's all about. I think that's a good way to start.
Mm-hmm. That's how a lot of entrepreneurs start. They start part-time and they keep their full-time job until they're making just as much money from their part-time endeavor.
Yeah. And if you don't think you have the skills to do a website or whatever, you can email me and I will teach you how to do it. It's pretty easy.
Yep. Because we all have skills, and that's another whole idea. Do you try to make up what you're lacking and try to learn, or are you better off just sticking with what your passion is and what your expertise is?
Right. Yeah, exactly. So,
that's why I'm here with him.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got something to offer, I try to help people, with what they're missing, and people help me all the time with what I'm missing. So.
And so I'd say another focus of our podcast is the male-female working relationship family.
Right.
And what's going on in the news.
Yeah. Too much going on in the news to get into. I mean, everyone kind of looks at it differently. It's funny to go through Facebook and see all these people going back and forth and screaming about this and that. And
talking about that, I met somebody at the last podcasting meeting. I want to share an app if you want to debate different topics. I just downloaded this to my phone, and it's a new app called 2Up, where you can post a comment and just be willing to debate it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool, and it records it live. So if someone accepts your challenge or battle, whatever they call it, you post a topic, and then when someone accepts it, it's a live connection between you and them, and then you guys tell your opinion, your side of the story or whatever, and then other people watch it and they can comment on, the argument or whatever, the debate,
right.
I guess would be less confrontation.
So we thought, maybe for more excitement, we should
maybe we should
fight.
Maybe we should fight each other and debate.
But as I told the owner of this app, is that I'm not 100% on any one topic. I'm more like a 360 type of person. Like maybe 80% I believe one way, but I could see the counterpoint of the 20% in certain situations.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think he is going to expand that app and have more just discussion on a certain topic.
Okay. I think it's a great idea. I mean, it seems like a natural evolution from what we have now on social media anyway, where someone posts something and then it's, people start replying or arguing their point, and then they start replying back, and so everyone's just typing. But now you got to look the person in the eye, so it kind of takes away that, that keyboard hero, whatever.
Anonymity.
Yeah. Which I like. I think it's cool. I mean, Facebook should incorporate that and then just leave the video as a comment, because right now Facebook does Facebook Live.
Yeah, that's
so you do Facebook Live video, and then that video then is posted so that you can watch it later, So if you could leave a comment as a discussion comment, and then the video stays.
Right.
I think that would be pretty cool.
And then 5 years later, you have a totally different point of view about something.
Right,
it's like, oh my God, what was I thinking?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's what they did with Periscope, was the live, thing, and Facebook just took it and
right, because it became it was like the next best thing.
Right.
So almost a year ago.
Yeah, it moves fast.
Yep.
So.
Another thing at the podcast movement, they had these pieces of paper taped underneath the seats. There's another new podcast called Found, and they have a contest to win $1,500. So have you ever found a note somewhere crumpled up and then you opened it and it's oh, what is this? So they had these taped underneath.
Yeah.
So of course I just didn't go underneath my chair. A lot of people didn't participate in the next few days, I saw them hanging down from underneath the chairs.
So
So
you
I
went
grabbed a few extra ones. But I like this one. If you decide that you love me anytime today, please call me.
Phone lines are open.
Yeah. And then this one here was funny. There's like a long letter about this girl who met this guy and slept with him a few times.
Yeah, that one's really strange.
Strange, yeah. You could just tell she's like a little stalker, and he changed his phone number. And she's like, if you still know the guy, please let me know.
I know he wants to get in touch with me.
And then here's something simple. Go to Spokane, climb a tree, poop on a log. Good together fun.
Done.
And how about this one here? I actually put this one up twice.
So everyone has problems, but the thing is not to make a problem about your problems. I think that one makes the most sense.
Yep. And so if you want to subscribe to Found on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts, you can download it. And just like ours, the Brains and Brawn podcast, you can just download right onto your phone. Should we show people how you download it?
What's that?
The podcast. I mean, if you have an iPhone, there's some people, friends of ours, that maybe never even discovered that there's a like a little purple little icon here, and you just hit podcasts. And then you get to, well, there's the Found. I put that on my phone. And then you could just hit search and then type in Brains and Brawn. Our logo will come up.
Yeah.
And you can
come
subscribe.
right up. And it goes right on your phone. You don't even have to go to your computer.
Yep.
So, yeah, this was a pretty cool idea. Did you see any other examples on there?
Oh, they were still hanging. I mean, hey, I got...
No, I mean on there, when you downloaded their podcast.
It looks like there's 2 episodes that they have. We started listening to one.
Oh, okay.
And it's probably just a new startup from somebody that has had a podcast before, because it's a great way of advertising a new podcast by having a contest. And
well, it's good to think outside the box and come up with some creative ideas like that. I like it.
Yep.
So, I guess with that, we'll got to stay focused.
Yep.
We'll
And our sponsors are Astute Productions. I'm Wendy Sloan, author of the Love Energy Thread book.
Yep, find that at Amazon. Or we have a link through the Brains and Broads podcast. It's brainsandbronspodcast.com. Patriot Focus link in there to the David business and to my app, which will be changing name. So,
and one last comment before we sign off we were talking about how the world seems that there's a lot of turmoil going on right now, and we kind of feel individually that our focus, prayers, well wishes to people that are going through hard times, but being happy in the moment in our own lives right now is the most important thing.
Yes.
Or controlling our own thoughts.
Yeah. I'm a big believer in that. Focusing most of your energy on things that you can control. There's so much out there we can't control, or that's happening on around us that drives us crazy, drives me crazy, but I gotta stay focused on what I can do, within that given situation. So I think that's important for a lot of people to not get discouraged, especially
because it seems like the media is whipping things.
Yeah.
Just stirring fear in people's minds. Yes, there are some things that are happening that are traumatic and bad, but the fear and worry about things is not helping at all.
Not at all.
And the judgment towards people.
Yeah. Turn your TV off.
Listen to a podcast instead.
Yeah, exactly.
You have your choice of what you focus on.
Exactly.
Wasn't there a story of like a grandfather that what grandson said that inside of everybody there's a wolf and a bear. Who wins?
Oh yeah.
Right, and who wins? It's the one that you feed.
Yeah, that's a good. I like that.
So.
Yeah, that's great. So stay focused and focus on the positive things you can control. And
I'm heading off at the end of the week to Arizona, to Phoenix, for the National Speakers Association meeting.
Oh, great. We'll hear all about that next week.
You'll hear that next week.
Awesome. All right, well, welcome back again.
Yep, it's a summer of traveling for me.
Yeah, welcome back, and then have a good trip. So I guess until next time, thanks for listening.